Hello, vicarious mercenaries, proxy ninjas, and pop culture PhDs. Welcome to the Rec Room, which is coming at you from Studio E on HyperStream 2.2. And some of you got to be like, what is this madness? The Rec Room during the day. Stop the insanity. What is going on here? Well, it is actually an historic, if that would be the British way of saying it, or a record setting kind of day. And some of you might be like, well, duh, it's election day. No, it's actually because this is the first time on a release day I will be able to do a blind playthrough of a brand new game with you guys. And I've been excited for this game for several months now. And I will be talking about that a little bit more in a second. But for those of you who are new to the Rec Room, this is essentially a virtual hangout for creative project updates, pop culture commentary, and deep dives into franchises that inspire any of the above. Um, because this is a little irregular in terms of schedule and even format, because this is a first episode for a new game that we're bringing in, I'm probably going to forego some of the formalities today, like the updates, but we will be doing a bit of a double header today. So we're going to actually be back on one of our quasi new titles in Tomb Raider Remastered tonight. So this will also be the first time I'm doing a double header. So we're going to actually do some of our new title today, Metal Slug Tactics, and then I'll probably take a break somewhere in there and get back onto our usual evening schedule. But I can't contain my excitement for this, and I don't normally wear my excitement or my enthusiasm quite so much externally, but there's a few things to go over for this because this has been a little bit of an influential game over the last few months, and trying to figure out where to start with that. So I guess a little bit in terms of style of the game that we're working on today. I normally am somebody who gravitates toward AAA titles. I do prefer 3D games. It doesn't necessarily have to be the highest end frame rate and resolution models, but I do gravitate toward that stuff over the 8-bit or 16-bit style games. But conversely, because there's not a lot of AAA titles to grab my attention anymore, I will try to go toward games that fit into the genres I like, or if I perceive that the developer has been doing a quality job with the production. And I feel like one of the titles that we have today, or actually the title that we have today, Metal Slug Tactics, kind of fits into that category because I gravitate toward XCOM and sci-fi games and gritty or military kind of stuff. And so I'm not that concerned by the fact it's a retro style game because it's actually in genres that I like. And on top of that, the developer behind this, Emu, has kind of put themselves on the map in terms of their offering in recent years through Turtles Shredder's Revenge, which has been a very enjoyable title, which we're already going on kind of like a second round of playthroughs with that on account of downloadable content. As well, one anomaly with this, or actually this is something that's become more common in the industry, is that unfortunately, digital releases are day one now, and physical releases don't come out till after. So this game will not be physically released until April sometime of 2025. And so that is a bit of a downer. And for the most part, I do not like to double dip. So I did purchase the digital version, and I will likely be purchasing the physical version as well because I want to support the physical format. I still think that is important to preserve physical legacy so that way players can own a physical copy without ever having the fear of a server being pulled on content that they have purchased. So in this case, because I think you've got a solid developer, and I think because there is still a plan to support physical content, I am okay with doing with a little bit more support than I normally would be. In some cases, I see like a full retail price for a digital game and still have that delay with a developer that does not make good decisions. I'm less likely to do that. So this is a bit out of the ordinary that I will do both for this case. So I guess I can start off with Metal Slug in general. So I will give you the title, if you haven't seen it already, which is Episode 1, Year of the Slug. And I might as well give you a little bit of my backstory with Metal Slug. It is a franchise that I've had a very pretty much non-existent relationship with for 30 years. I wish I could even show you a copy of this game, but of course, because we don't have the physical one, I can't hold up a copy and be like, hey, check this cool stuff out. I mean, I had to get on a camel and travel across the desert in a blistering sun just to get you this one down here. And I kid, of course. Thankfully, I was able to get one on the internet so we could at least stick with our usual tradition of graphics for the visuals. Um, but I have to go all the way back to the mid 90s to my first job at an ice cream parlor And yes, that location had arcade games present. That was my motivation for getting the job, mind you. It certainly wasn't the $2 an hour. So some of you who think you got it rough don't realize that even when the minimum wage was $5, people still got away with paying people less than that on account of being food service. But I digress. So of course, my motivation in those days was to have access to arcade games a little bit for, and get paid, for working. You know, it kind of worked out. Um, so the thing was, that location had a Neo Geo unit. Now, there was a lot of games that got rotated in and out, like World Heroes, King of Fighters. Probably forgetting some, but one of the most popular ones was Busted Move, and right up there was Metal Slug, and I'm talking the original Metal Slug. So I had some experience, some playtime in the game, but I probably never had enough quarters or time to actually play through the title. But customers would come in on occasion. I'm sure I probably got to see the bulk of the game, and a lot of that's probably been forgotten. So the question is, why did I not stick with Metal Slug? Well, Neo Geo was not exactly something accessible when you're a teenager and only have access to, like, say, low or at least more affordable things like consoles. Additionally, the 90s was chock full of fighting game distractions. So for me, the 90s into the 2000s was an era of fighting games and then eventually turned into sci-fi games and shooters. So there's never really an opportunity to come back to Metal Slug, and I didn't pay attention to them on the consoles because I was so busy with other things. So it was never a matter of disliking Metal Slug. I'm not one who gravitates toward arcade games and things that are both repetitive and or reflex heavy, but it was not a dislike of the franchise. So when I saw Metal Slug Tactics, I think even if it wasn't announced this year, it was definitely indicated that it was coming out pretty soon. So this may have been on the radar a couple years ago, and again, probably had forgotten about it because it did disappear from a while from its original announcement. But to see it was coming out this year, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is fantastic. I mean, I've been in love with like the XCOM franchise, at least on the modern side, since XCOM 1 and 2. And to get a game like Tactics here, which plays in that genre, I'm like, sounds like a win to me. So that meant I needed to get myself caught up on Metal Slug. So part of the challenge is I'm somebody who normally wants to be all into a franchise or all out. Now, with age and with poor games existing, I don't necessarily adhere to that as a strict rule anymore because there's cases where some games have sequels or prequels that are potentially garbage. So it's not always something I can do. But while looking into Metal Slug and discovering that there was compilations and physical copies, I'm like, you know what? I could revisit some of this. So sure enough, I had to do some digging, but I have here both a physical copy of the Metal Slug anthology, and then the one that kind of really gave me the motivation here was Metal Slug Double X. So I briefly tinkered with Metal Slug Double X, I think, on the PC, and I think the compelling factor was that one of my favorite SNK characters, Leona Hydern, was in there. But as you can see, those are both physical copies and sealed, so those are recent acquisitions in following the discovery of Tactics coming out. The reason I haven't opened them yet is because I'm trying to save those for another program we have called Cooperative Laboratory. I'd rather save them for that. But also this year, we had Metal Slug Attack Reloaded, which we have been working on the Rec Room, and which is also going to get bumped now that we have Tactics available. So I don't necessarily feel compelled to run two Metal Slug games concurrently. But if anything, it has been amazing to see the amount of content that has gone into Metal Slug over the years since I last played it. So it has also been helpful to learn some of the character names. But for the most part, I've been looking forward to Tactics because it is a strategy game. It's got some stuff I'm not familiar with how they tried to leverage the run and gun mechanic. But I am walking into this game completely blind. I mentioned on a previous stream that in the year and a half that we have done the Rec Room, we've only had new content a few times. We had new downloadable content for MechWarrior 5. We had new content for Turtles Shredder's Revenge. And then we just recently fired up Tomb Raider Remastered. But even that technically has not been completely new because I did play the original and it's just a remaster. Now, even though it's been X number of decades, it's still not 100% new. And then, of course, we had Metal Slug Attack Reloaded. The downside, even though that was a new game, I technically started playing it offline and kind of was already going into it with having a sense of the strategy. So this is the first time on the Rec Room that is a fully blind playthrough, brand new game, on release day onward, and we're going to be putting this in rotation. part of the challenge is when a new game comes out, I kind of get in that new game buzz. And it's like I want to keep playing it consecutively until you get a handle on it. So I'm going to either have to exercise discipline to not play it offline, or I might be compelled to insert it in some random times. Now, I don't know if that'll happen yet, so don't quote me, not a promise. But at a minimum, the intent is to then move this into our Monday night slot where we had Metal Slug Attack Reloaded. So we'll still have Metal Mondays, but the plan will be to be working on this going forward. And the timing looks fantastic because with it being a new release, my mind was blown at signing on to see that Twitch had just shy of 8,000 viewers live. Now, most of the games we've played, like MechWarrior, there's been times where there's maybe 200 players, at the times we were on. So again, I'm sure that's got to be the new game syndrome. Everybody's getting excited and playing it. So I'm excited for the fact of trying to be in the streaming space while other people are working on the same game. So that's pretty cool. And let me check my my notes here. I don't think there's much else, but one of the other things was also pretty exciting when they did the official release date trailer last week. Maybe it was the week before. They announced that the Ikari Warriors are sure enough going to be playable in this game. So you've already got the 4 main characters, and I know their names now. So you got Marco and Tarma and Eri and Fio, which I did learn that Fio was in a fighting game. I mean, I'd never played the 3D version of King of Fighters on the PlayStation 2, but I think that's the only time you had a crossover the other direction to have a Metal Slug character go into a King of Fighters game. But conversely, I have a little bit of a connection with the Ikari characters, not going back to the arcade games that they're from, but at least from King of Fighters side. So I have Leona is a favorite character of mine. I've also done cosplay as Clark, and I actually do like playing and using Clark in Attack Reloaded. He's kind of comical. So it's actually the icing on the cake to have other characters that are kind of in this hybrid overlapping world, which kind of happens when larger franchise a company owns multiple franchises. So you see that happen a lot with SNK, King of Fighters, Metal Slug, just as you do with the overlap with Capcom between Street Fighter and then of course your brawler side with Final Fight and even Tekken and Soul Calibur. So anytime you have a parent company, it's not uncommon. So in a way, it's hard to say which franchise they truly belong to when you have so much overlap. But either way, for me, it was a huge positive to have other characters I enjoyed on top of the Metal Slug stuff, which I am not as familiar with. So here we go. I guess from an initial reaction here, I appreciate that the thumbnail has the art style, and it's cool that it has all 4 of the characters in the Slugmobile or whichever car that is. But on one hand, I'm kind of like, oh, it's a bummer. All my other thumbnails have the game title in it. So that's not really a major hit. But at the same time, it would have been kind of cool if it did have the title of the game at least. So here we go. Let's get into Metal Slug Tactics. I don't think I even fired this up. So I should have, and I did not. So barring some kind of system update or bug, hopefully we're working. I did get it downloaded, of course, but I've not done any kind of test here. This is a single-player game, so it should not require some crazy online connectivity. I do like that backdrop. It's pretty cool. And I'm going to be bumbling my way through a lot of lore, so for those of you who are heavy Metal Slug fans, I guess I'll apologize in advance. I'm going to be learning a lot of this as catch-up. So I like the Metal Slug icon for the loading. Very cool. Oh, it's got 2 of them.
Metal Slug Tactics.
Cool. So, oh my! So I got to make some remarks here. So, I will start yelling at you accidentally just because if the volume's too high, I'm fighting with it. So I don't know all the units or all the characters, but I love how they have Leona, Clark, and Ralph all on the screen. So there's 2 other characters. And I don't know who that blue-haired one is supposed to be in the mech, but one, I like the fact this has got mech kind of stuff in it. It's not really a mecha-style title. It's still got some military and industrial grit to it, but of course it's got like an older aesthetic with almost like... I remember the early levels of the first game is like, your Vietnam War era kind of style, but of course there's a lot of other kind of locales and things, so it's kind of this weird thing as you travel across all these locales. It doesn't have a fixed style, I feel like. So... I think the character in the foreground if it's not Tira Ellison or something, one that I ran into, I don't know who it is. I should know the game of the guy in the white hair. I have used him on Attack Reloaded, so I'm kicking myself for not remembering his name. Trevor. I think it's Trevor. So let's figure out where to go from here. I don't think we really need to tinker with options or credits. I mean, we can do that later. So I guess we want new game, because obviously it won't let us pick continue. So here we go. Let me get your audio back up, and then let's see what they're going to do for us. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't remember his name, Trevor. And I'm not going to skip the story like crazy like I do in Attack Reloaded here. I'll at least give this its due here to see what it's like. So General Morden, quite familiar with him now, at least now that I've got some hours on it. Attack Reloaded. Lots of people hostage. Okay.
Get ready.
I'm ready.
Mission start.
Okay, a little tutorial here. Alright, I can't move. Well, can I move it? I can move it. Okay, good. Apparently I couldn't move it till they... Stand by. Just had to happen. We're getting a disconnect on our first outing for tactics here. I think we're connected. Okay, so, you know, it looks like Twitch and YouTube didn't break, so Odyssee's got some problems here. This is not good. Why did it have to happen on episode 1 here? I have to stand by. I'm going to have to bump the bitrate down here. Maybe, if it'll let me. I don't know if it's going to try to disconnect or not. I've never had this happen where it's only been the primary platform and not everything else. Also, don't normally stream during the day, so I don't know if there's some other kind of ISP thing going on. Especially since the others didn't drop, so thank you for bearing with me on the technical side here. That stinks, because I don't want multiple files, especially with trying to get a new title up and running. Okay, so she did not let us move the camera until giving us the icon there. So it looks like we can go see what's going on with them. If I had to guess, we'll probably be able to drop that on them. It says turn order, click in on the thumbstick. I'm moving it with the right thumbstick. That's weird. Oh, okay, so moving that is... Okay, so it's moving the cursor. So press B to close, or not. I'm still thinking Xbox controller. I'm going to press circle to close. Alright, so... Okay, this is Marco. Okay, so bumper will let you switch units. Okay. Keyword 2. Interesting, so you're clicking through keywords. Huh. So if I click on this, it goes to actions. That's interesting. That's a bit much. I'm not inclined to read it all for you. I'll do my best to leave it on screen, but I'm going to just kind of wing some of this stuff. Alright. Movement range. Okay, so that's a little tougher to see at my TV than it is down there. Checking performance too here. So we want me to move him, so I can do... Okay, so I can move him. Just typical XCOM, not RTS, but turn-based fashion. So his movement range... Where is his movement range at? I don't know if it's going to tell me if it's just making me go there. +4 health And 2? I don't know what that's about. But X button, of course, to confirm. Not too surprising. Okay, so destroy it with a barricade, huh? Select the handgun with the D-pad, confirm with R2. So, okay, so there. Okay, so up and down is our weapon choice. So it's got stats and range. Interesting. So let's pick. Okay, so I hit R2. That's interesting, rather than X. Destructible, huh? Okay. Info, destructible, got it, right. Okay, that's nice. I'm doing R2. Okay, I don't need to toggle him. Did that. I don't want the info. Oh, okay, so I got to select that. I couldn't see it. The tooltip was hiding it, so a little bit of a bonehead move there when your tutorial is blocking the information you need on screen. Okay, so ending a tool, got it. Choice a little different, but not too complicated. So we'll end the turn since it's telling us to, and then it confirms that. Oh, I like that. I like that you have to actually hold it, unlike Invisible Ink, which accidentally botched a few things on account of that. All right, so select Marco with L1. Okay. Can't select anybody else because he's all we got. So it's going to tell us to move here. All right. Hover over the enemy with left here. Okay, so... Oh, that's not cool. Why is the stuff off the screen? You can undo. I don't like that their icon, their thing is clipped. Other parts of the screen look clipped too, so we may have to go to options to bump some of this down. That's not good. You cannot take on both at once. Undo your move with L2. Okay. Okay, so it's making me walk through that. Oh, and her name is Margaret, apparently, so I haven't quite seen her in the other ones, so... She's one of the ones I didn't recognize. Move Marco next to the switch. Okay. Yeah, well, I kind of figured they were going to drop something, so... Bonk. You did. Alright, and the turn again. Okay. Pretty simple. And then it's going to... Yeah, I would think so. There's nothing else left for him to do. And what? Oh! Level warps in. Okay. Shield yourself. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Do I have to select the first person every time? Try to move to the darkest color green. Oh, that's interesting. So you get resources for longer movement. Huh. That's a bit different. Now, from what little I gathered from a couple of the trailers, I think that the other one, not the announcement one, there's like the gameplay or the overview from a couple months ago. They said like there's this synchronized thing, and because they want to try to maintain the feel of the running gun element, which is different than what you would have in, say, XCOM. Usually, faster movement is going to penalize you, but I think they wanted to go for like, well, the arcade's a running gun. How do you bring the running gun into it? So that part I don't know yet. So it's a little bit unusual for me to play in such a style, but obviously I'm going with whatever the tutorial's saying for the moment. So your dodge reduces damage. Further you move, the more you regenerate. So again, so it's encouraging to run more. Totally different. Okay. So as a revolves around movement. Okay, so the further you move, the more resistant you are, generating dodge. So that's totally different than turn-based stuff I've played. I'm not saying that doesn't exist. I just have only played a few, but it's not very common for what I've played, like I said. Special weapon. Each character has a special weapon, limited by max ammo. So did I use ammo on the pistol? I don't know. No, pistol's unlimited. Okay, why do I have to use right trigger like that, though? Okay, so now... Interesting. I got him. So where's my action points? Unless it's... So... XCOM kind of moved on a 2-point scenario of, like, move, then shoot. So I think the boot must be the move, and then the lightning's probably your action or attack then. So it looks like we used 3 bullets on that. Of course, nothing more to do with our turn here. So we can change the speed there. Oh no! That tickled. Thanks, Marge. Move to take cover. Where you want me to move? Oh, that's where my cursor was. How is that cover? Am I taking cover oh, there. Wait, what? It doesn't seem like it's cover if I'm right in front of it, but that's what it's pointing to. That seems silly. Okay, the info... Alright, so it's not confirming with the square button's not doing that. I can't go further, can I? Oh, it's in the back here. It wants me to go there? It's in the way. Right now. Alright, let me select. Okay, he wasn't selected. Now he's selected. Okay. It's interesting that it's cover, even though it's got complete line of sight. Some weapons and enemies with no cover ignore cover. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Ooh, adrenaline. So we also get adrenaline for running. Okay. I like such a mechanic. Sounds cool. Oh, airstrike. That would be nice of you. Tactical strike. Where's... Okay, so down there. So... Ah, there we go. 10 HP of damage. How do I see what the tank has? It's got 10 HP. How convenient. Okay, so let's... Okay, so I'm using the D-pad to control this stuff, and then I use cursor here. Okay. So let's select that with R2, and then select target with R2. Chatter, chatter. What I'm talking about. Okay, so end my turn while these guys can see me, or at least one of them can. Ow. That's okay, so I'm gonna ignore those guys apparently. So pick him first. So yeah, it forces me to reselect him every time. Uh-oh. There's dudes. Oh, that's interesting. Is that normal or is that perfect? It's like, are you working against the clock or is it just doing that so there's less stuff to worry about? So if I click in on L3, turn order. Alright, they're making me do this first, so we've now got... okay. Alright. Okay, so here we go. Here's the synchronization stuff. Trigger your first sync by attacking the enemy. Okie dokie. The Saber Tosser. Alright, so what's activating that? Just the fact that they're all in range? Bye-bye. Oh man, this is where it's gonna like go off the rails here, trying to keep track of all this initially. So they're automatic. Deal automatically within range of another player. Okay, so it's going to have to do with your positioning then. And their primary. Once per action. Does that mean once per turn? Your units have passive skills. Knowing them well is key to winning. Yeah, that would totally make sense. So, efficiency. I hope so too. So that consumes adrenaline. But what is his? How do I see what his does? Each time you use a special action with a cost reduced to 0, they gain a bonus. So that means maybe he can move or shoot afterwards. Okay. Alright, so we've got an objective of kill everybody. Don't want that. Alright, so they're gonna let us go freestyle at the end here, kinda. Alright. So do I have to do the order that they're in, or like, can I pick Theo first, or does it have to be Aerie? It looks like it's kind of giving me an option here. So if I want to, I can move her to cover, but then she can't shoot. Man. Okay, so she's got a grenade as her primary. Oh, man. So, okay, so the grenade works in a cross pattern there. Question is, do I have to be lined up to throw it? Okay, so the green indicates more so the adrenaline, so if I can get... Oh, so she can go all the way over here. How far can she... Range of 4. I'd rather be behind cover. See, I'm not getting any adrenaline until I get all the way out here. She's got 10 HP. But I could move her. So she's got a pistol. Oh, we got a rearrangement skill. That's interesting, but she needs adrenaline to do it. So I don't know if that synchronization was because of Marco's ability or just because they're all in range. Because I would like to do is maybe move her here. But then have Aerie throw the grenade. Ah, she can't. Yeah, so you can only throw laterally, or orthogonal, to get technical in board game speak here. So I can only throw it there, but it will hit him. But her sync does activate, it looks like. It'll take more points of damage. This is going to be an interesting mechanic that I'm not used to. There we go. Get burnt. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so Aerie was able to do something there. I'm sorry, Theo was able to get an extra hit out of that. She already moved, so now she's got some adrenaline off that, but if I can shoot this guy, he can be dead. Bye-bye. Interesting. Oh, couldn't enough time to read that there. So now, of course, they may all take some damage or something, but... Oh, so Aerie got an extra something out of that. What can she do now? Can she move out of harm's way? Put her somewhere where she can get a better shot. There we go. Okay, so now everybody has stuff used up. I mean, I can select them, but I can't do anything because all their action points are moved. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. So Marco's got 3. Ari's got 2 and 2. Theo's got 2. So I can see the adrenaline is the right number under the health, but I don't know what those others are. And then the boot and the lightning I get, so... Are these abilities as well? Once per attack. So if I go Airy, synchronization is active. Now, Mad Bomber. Each time the unit contributes to an attack to at least one frag, they gain a bonus move. They gain bounce. For this turn, the unit's movements ignore elevation differences. So she can jump. Theo can... Wait, what's this? Enthusiasm passive. Each time the unit uses a special action, they gain a bonus move. Okay, so she doesn't have anything else like Marco does. Each time the unit uses a special action with a cost reduced to 0, cost of special actions. Okay, man, this stuff gets overwhelming, the amount of information off the start, so I'm just, for me, it's a lot of trial by error, so I don't really spend a lot of time digesting. I'll figure it as I go. Sorry for all you who are detailed and want to know every little thing. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so I think we're good. Send the turn. Ah, not Theo. Ouch. Did she evade? Ooh, she evaded. Okay, so... This could be a little interesting here. So I see what I can do with Marco. I could set him up to hit either of those two. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Now that I kind of get the gist of what how the sync works. You gotta set everybody, I think, and move everybody generally ahead of time. Now she needs more adrenaline though, but even though I don't want to be like right next to this guy. She's got the grenade. She technically needs more range. Let's go here. So she can shoot at 2 of them. I want Marco to be able to see both of them, which would be here. Wait, yeah. Why can't I move there, though? Oh. Okay. Oh, that's not gonna work the way I wanted it, but we'll get better with this. So she could technically attack him, activate Ares, I think. Won't activate Marco. Ares can activate him and activate Marco. Okay, so this... What's going on, Thing Chang, over on Twitch? So, unfortunately, your first time in the chat here sure sounds like a lot of others. Compliments on the stream, and then, hey, join you on Discord. I hope if you stick around, that would be fantastic, but if not, I'll understand that you're a bot. Okay, so let's try it. We're going to start our attack here with Aerie. So if I select her pistol and then fire, hopefully, yeah, see, that's already showing that it will sync with Aerie. That's it, they call her Aerie, Theo. There we go. Okay, so next the move would be have... So yeah, she's got that little arrow, so she can jump. She could actually move again, but... If I can have her attack... No, not that. How do I do that? Can I not attack? Oh. do this. And it's not going to hit Marco anyway, right? Does it matter? Do I get more damage per if it's like centered or distant? Oh, it blows up the damage. Oh, or the barrier gets blown up. So let's not blow up the barrier. And then right trigger. I like those little animations they did there. That's cool. Marco should activate. Pew pew. Whoa, what is that? Is that Marco's? Or is that hers? It looks like Marco's. Because I'd rather actually have Marco get out of harm's way there. So right now she's selected. But if I... Oh, no, did that get lost? Whose was that? Okay, so that was his that activated there. Each time the unit contributes to synchronization, reduce the cost of its special actions by 1. So that probably reduced this. Tactical strike 2. Okay, so that's an 8. So he can do the airstrike with that. Has +1 hits per attack. So he's dead, right? No, I don't know if that's what I want. Let's do this. And he's going to be dead. Okay, so that reduced the cost again. I don't know if it's going to do that consecutively over the course of by turns or per individual turn or collectively. Okay, so everybody's gone, but Aerie can now move. Kind of curious to see how this bounce thing works. Grenade juggler throws 2 explosives, deals 4 HP. So much discovery here. Camel's like sleeping or dead. Alright, so where do I want to move Aerie to? Let's oops, so she's not selected, okay. Can I just so she can jump? Is that what's going on? Can't jump up there, can I? No. Is it because of direction? Okay, well, she's behind cover. Okay. Alright, so everybody's got their action points. So he's got to figure out what to do. Yeah, that's right. Run, Swordman. Alright, this can be pretty cool. So, let's surround him. Now, Theo can't move as far to get the adrenaline. Oh, maybe I could. There we go. Alright, so Aerie would need to be somewhere she can lob the grenade from. Here we go. So Marco can then be right next to her. Oh, he can't. I don't want him getting caught up in that, though, so let's do this. So now have Aerie throw the grenade. And should activate the other 2. Oh, yeah, this is awesome. Alright, starting to get the hang of it. Boom! 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 Put a sock in it.
Victory!
There we go. Alright. So, wow, this looks hyper zoomed in on my screen here. This is weird. Looks normal for you guys. Woohoo, we got a hideout. Select 3 characters, press circle to close. Okay. Huh. Okay, so we got our 3 characters. We don't have Tarma. That's probably why the cars looks like a wreck. And the guy's bike sitting there. Now, hopefully this auto saves. Okay, so that looks normal and it's still clipped a bit. Let's get this option thing figured out first before doing that.
Metal Slug
Oh, I hope.
Tactics.
Oh no. I don't want to have to do that again. Screen shake. Uh-oh. Ah, man, why is this clip so bad? That's all there is for options? Yikes. That's rough. Now, I hope it's not taking us to tutorial again just because I backed out there. Okay, this looks new. Martial law, he says. Oh, wait, no. Don't. Oh, did that not autosave?
Mission start.
Unbelievable, right, Pepe?
Unbelievable.
Do I have to manually save? Like, it didn't give me an option. It gave me an option to hit B. It doesn't prompt me. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I could do this all over again. Well, you get to reinforce all this. Oh, good grief. I don't need to commentate the whole thing this time. Well, that's one of the reasons why somebody might have given it a mediocre rating. Alright, so here, and then undo. Hover, okay, there. Over here. Thousand points of damage, huh? Wait, now what? Oh. Yeah, that victory was sure treated with a buzzkill after that experience. Alright, now what? Alright, I selected him. Over here. Oh, the dodge, that's right, okay. Right, and turn. What you gonna do, chump? Okay, so now that I know that's dodge, is that activating? Looks like a dodge. Oh, maybe is it dodge 2 points of damage then? So it would have taken 4? Okay, select him, move him up here. Alright, close, call in. Pick the target. Alright. And turn first. So he's got 2 dodge, 2 adrenaline. So the dodge looks, so it may have used the 2 points, whatever it did there, and he didn't take damage. Okay, now we're into the final section again here. Just gonna automate the first part. Now, can I Options. Screen shake. No. Oh, skip tutorial. There we go. Jeez. Should have checked that off the start. Okay, so start. Continue. No saving here, so I gotta select 3 characters. So obviously he's 1.
Marco, Harry, Theo.
So it shows their abilities. Welcome to the army. Default difficulty, basic rewards. Rate trigger, officer cadet, balance. Oh, so this is the difficulty select. So recruit. More challenging waves of enemies, new advanced enemies, slightly greater credit rewards. We can. So this. Oh. Okay, so this would be initially selecting our campaign. And I'm guessing we're might be locked into these characters.
Let's go.
I don't know if we're changing them per mission or is it per the whole campaign. Okay. So region select. Obviously we've only got 1 to pick from right now. So there's 3 showing that are locked. I know that guy. Budabas. Okay, anything else I'm missing here before I select this? I can understand we don't have the other characters yet, but I wasn't sure if that was being locked in. They've got to do something, but, well, I know from screen size I'm going to have to adjust this. So transmission, answer, okay. There's Margaret. Huh, interesting. So the sound waves activate during the text typing. What? He escaped. What a shock. Garbage Island. Again. Sounds like he's been put in such secure facilities. A small team. Alright, so they've got war machines and some other stuff going on. Peregrine Falcons, alright. So far, pretty happy with the stylization on this. Okay, so we got probably different places to choose here. Some different bonuses per. Coins can be used at the outpost established after liberating each region. Unconverted or unused converted to credits. So we're not at a specific location, it looks like. So basically, can I just pick any one of these? I don't think I want to pick that. Looks like all roads lead to flagged post. A crate. This thing of cigar. It's kind of funny. Hot dogs or cigars could go either way on this one. I mean, I guess probably missiles or something, but... So, it's interesting that there is a lake at the edge of the world. Earth is apparently flat, according to this. I really don't know what we're going for here. So, it looks like they all have 15 experience now, I'm guessing health-wise. Unless that's... Actually, not sure if that's health or if that's experience to level them up. Let's go for experience here, whatever this is, if we can get to it. Enemy response and 3 missions. So we got 3 missions to pick from. Now, I can't go there because the road is not active. So we are starting here. Yeah, so there's not... That's why I can't pick that. So it's because that's the starting point. So it's either go for coins in a box, silver coin in a box, Other coins and hot dogs. You know what? Gotta see what the hot dogs are. Let's do this one. Kill all enemies, kill 4 in 1 turn as a secondary. Alright, nothing too fancy that I can tell.
Get ready.
So, trying to do 4 in 1 turn, huh? Alright, so I can pick any of them, the starting positions. So let's go... I want Aerie somewhere she can get all 3 of these guys at once. Let's try that. Marco probably get a better ranged shot. But I guess it doesn't matter. It only probably matters if they're not moving. Alright, so I set them. And... oh, gotta hold it.
Mission start.
Okay, so I can apparently move them out of order. Let's try to get... so, even if I get the grenade on 2 of them... so they can't move around each other. Ooh, can they? So... still want to increase distance, too. Thinking. Looks like cigars and hot dogs are off the table. I really would have to set up a different way here. So you can't get the grenade tossed in between the 2 of them without moving her. Well, I can move her to right here, but then I gotta throw it at the cart. Ooh, can I move her up? I can move her all the way over here. That's out of range. And you know what? No, that works, though. She can throw it over his head. So we're not going to be able to kill all of them in 1 turn. Need to do damage to each of them, though. Marco can take some hits, hopefully. Yeah, so they all have 10 HP. Now, let me also see how much these... so he's only got 6. If I sync them up too well here, that's not going to help. Alright, Marco, go deal with that. You know, maybe I want to set him up for next turn. Let's focus on survival here before secondary objectives. And get a sense of the abilities and stuff. So hopefully she gets the cover despite the guy aiming at that one. Oh, you know what? So she's going to end up taking him out too. Get all the rest of them. Okay, so if she has enough adrenaline, she can do those. So, alright, how's this work? See, I can't even see her bounce icon. It's above... it's almost off my TV screen here. Okay, so this is what's activating. When they contribute with a frag, gain a bonus move. They gain bounce for this turn. Use moves. So can I just jump? I mean, so I can't walk. I'm gonna jump to whatever the location is. I don't know where I'd want to go, but yeah. Okay, so it's I can undo. where I want to go. Too far. Okay, so the covers are too far. It's just highlighting the covers. Okay, well, I don't know fully what I want here, but we'll go with that. Alright, Ares still has a shot here. Or Fio. I'd have to give them both 3-digit or 3-letter names. Put a hurt in him. Oh no! Wasn't paying attention to that. Well, I guess that worked. Alright, now who activated? So that's Marco's. Alright. What is that that's showing when it does that? Okay, so that's going to increase damage the next time he does something. So he hasn't... Oh, he hasn't fired yet, that's why. So we're going to not get the secondary here if I end up taking this guy out. Alright, let's see how much health they each got. So he's got 1. He's got 1. 6. I'd have to pull an airstrike. But he doesn't have airstrike available. Oh, so they just gave you that for the tutorial. So really, I don't see a whole lot. So damage 2, damage 3. So he gets more damage off that. So less... More damage, less range. Less damage, more range. 3 hits. So does he actually get 3 shots? 2 per hit? Plus you could increase that. Okay, I'd rather not attack with him. I'll do another attempt to get all of them. I don't know if this is going to expand and show some other stuff, or if this is the totality of the mission. Alright, so if I'm not going to move him anywhere, he's going to probably get stabbed. Oh, so they do have range because they can throw. He's got to get in position. What's the last one to do? Okay. Now what? So I can get 2 of them with 1 grenade. She's just gonna move over 1. Yeah, she's gonna damage that one, so we're gonna need a combination of her to hit this one and Marco to get extra bonus on hitting that one. And we still gotta work on killing that guy. Okay, I got an idea. Alright, so Fio's got to move back to... What was this? Okay. Is that showing his... Oh, okay, so when they're selected, it's showing their movement, maybe? I don't know. Alright, well, I want her back here to reach... But no, I won't... She's not going to have a shot at him. Need her here. But she's not going to get shot, that guy, but then Marco's going to be in the way if he does that anyway. Alright, this may or may not work here. Let's go here. Move her, she can throw overhead. And then Marco is going to be here so he can shoot the other one. effective as I thought. Okay, but anyway. Oh, you know what? Oh, she's got 4 damage range. I don't want to hit friendlies, though. Oh well, this is a trial and error run here, so... What's hers? 3 hits. Alright, let's just roll it. I mean, I tried, but I don't think this is going to quite as effectively here. That's not going to hit the other guy that I want to throw it here. Can I only... Alright, maybe that's not what I want. So I want that. She's going to take a shot at the other one. Sophia can still shoot him. Marco might be able to shoot in here. He might still be with the other ones. Okay, so Theo. So she's gonna miss if it. Yeah. Now. Yeah, not quite gonna work here. So I can get the extra damage here. How much he got? He's only got 1. It's not even needed. Ah, man. Didn't set this up very well. I mean, so Marco can essentially tag him. She'd be able to throw over his head, hypothetically. Yeah, it's going to be a miss for her again. Oh, well. Okay, so really she's got her bound ability. Can she... Okay, so that's that. Okay, whatever. Oh, he's got quite the capacity there. I got 3 of them, just not 4. Alright. So we put her here. Marco here. Aerie can stay put. Throw over the head. Pew pew. Boom. Boom.
Victory!
There you go. There's one mission. What do we get? $25 coins and some experience. Hiring must be easy when idiots are your preferred candidate pool. Yeah. Probably why I can't get a job, because I'm not in the idiot category. So... okay, so it shows stats per, so he got 1 frag. So I take it that they mean that's a kill, and not, like, by throwing a frag grenade, because Aerie actually has grenades. She got 1 frag, 3 sinks. So she got 3 frags and 3 sinks, so that's interesting. So I'm guessing this is not going to be like Invisible Ink or XCOM in the fact, because these are named characters, that they're not going to be permanently killed. Because there's only so many characters to select from. So did not get the secondary. I don't see anything else I can really do here. So now that opened up a couple other paths. Okay, so the flag indicates complete. So that moved a little... I guess that's a convoy thing. Perhaps we go for the box in the silver coin. Now, is there anything else I can do here? There's nothing really to pick from yet. Passives, special actions. I think that's just viewing stuff, so I can't select anything different. We'll probably do one more. See what happens. Let's go for the box and the coin. Enemy response in 2 missions. Alright, so we'll do this. Kill all enemies, kill the designated target last. Well, that might be a little bit more doable, maybe. I hope this is going to save my progress if I exit here. Place units. Okay. Got 4 spots to pick from. So, designated target. He is the designated target? Okay. So, let's go range with Marco here, perhaps. Area here with that grenade launcher, and then I guess we'll go Theo there.
Mission start.
Alright, so how does this work? That would be beautiful. Let's get some people in position first, though. Alright, Marco, where can we put you to be useful without getting shot at? Can't go that far. Don't want to put him where he's going to shoot that guy. Ah, so he's limited on his range here. Well, I guess he could take a shot at that guy. She could also shoot at that guy. Gotta get that adrenaline up there. Alright, so, of course, area would work better if she had actually moved. But, we'll get that shot working. Oh, so Theo's not going to sink on that one unless it's because he's dead. Why isn't Theo going to sink there? Okay, so there's no need for Theo to shoot anybody. There's no need for him to shoot anybody. Alright, so he got determination by synchronization here, so... So decreases by 1 until the next use, meaning, so you can... Once you use it, it'll reset to normal cost, so technically you can get it to 0, possibly, if you sync multiple times. Trying to figure that out. So he's got no shot now. Theo's got no shot now. So Theo have... So if I do this... Move you. It's like a claw machine. Okay. So now Marco's got something to shoot at here. He's got 10 health, though. Now, can I... do this? Has he only got 2 left, or is he gonna... Oh, she will get shot, so your friendlies will get hit by line of sight. That didn't necessarily help. It's probably because of the range, though. So if I... Oh! Ouch! Did not want to do that. I pulled the trigger accidentally. Oopsies. At least, well, she used her dodge, so I guess that's one way to do it. Hey, teammate. Hope you're late on your toes. Okay, so... Now for the whole bounce thing here. So it looks like she can move up to 3 tiles, perhaps. Let's maybe focus on come over here. And I'll just take the cover. So does Fio have? No, so what does Fio have? Each time, gain a bonus. So hers is just a bonus maneuver, it's not bounce. So she can move X number of tiles as well. Okay, that's not cover, though. Alright, so it looks like Marco reduces points, Aerie gets elevation, and Fio gets a normal move. Alright, quit your whining, Aerie. You're shot from behind cover, huh? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She's hurting. Alright, so we gotta kill him last. How can we set them all up? So right now, Aerie can shoot, or Fio can shoot 2 of them. I don't want to stack them up like I did last time. Man, she's gotta... So if I can move Aerie all the way over to here, she can get a throw. Well, how much do they have, I guess, is the next question. He's full. So Fio and Aerie can get him. Fio and Marco can get him. He's going to probably take a shot at her. But she'd be able to get a bonus move to get out of there. He'd make him move a little bit. Okay, so Aerie, here we go. Let's not do that yet. Just bring a stab on him. So I'll put him there. So let's go Aerie first. Oh, that did not do as much as... He's not dead. Uh-oh. Well, she's still got her shot, though. Okay, so Marco... Let's do this. Hopefully I'm not screwing something up here. Wait a minute. Do I then get to not pick, do I not pick the weapon then? Huh. I gotta figure out how that works then. Okay, so he's done. So see, it still went down by 1 more point. I'll figure out how to apply that. Now Fio can go pew pew. Eh? Not to reload. Oh, there we go. There it is. Three in a turn overheating. That's interesting. Alright, that's everybody except Fio can... Or Aerie can move here, perhaps. Or a move or two. Alright, that's everybody. so vulnerable. Yeah, because you're hurting on health there. Oh, not good. Well, it's not game over. Okay, so she's KO'd, but hopefully, yeah, hopefully, so it's not a mission loss, I guess. So I gotta finish this with these guys. So he was able to shoot over the wall, so can I do... this? Yeah, he can do that, but I want Barry to attack from here. She's gonna have to throw a grenade short, hit him, but then Marco can sink, I believe. Alright, turd. Okay, so you get 3 shots, 2 apiece. Thank you, Margaret. There we go, so... Now, is he going to shoot his pistol or primary? Primary, and he's dead. Okay, cool, so we got the bonus in that one. At the cost of, Bio getting KO'd. So does that affect her XP? What does that do? Looks like they all went up. Okay. Okay, so now they're all level 1. I like the view better now that you can clean house. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so... Marco got 4 and 2, 0 and 1. She didn't get any kills. And 1 KO, 2, 2, and 1. So the curiosity then is, I mean, if you're all using them for each mission, is this collective, meaning their experience will differ because of picking somebody else? I don't know. Okay. So that's all I'm... Oh, what's going on here? This is new. Choose a mod. I can only get... So it's based on character, so I can only get... Ooh, that's kind of like a horseshoe. X pattern. Ooh. So basically you can start customizing where you gotta land. What's Scavenger do here? Okay, so that tooltip is there, but I want to see what it does. Each time the unit contributes to a frag, heals them for 2 HP. Oh, dang. So if they're taking damage, but man. So I guess my other concern here is, oh, so it does replace the area of effect. So basically her crisscross pattern is going to get replaced by this one, and that's seems like a more interesting way to go. Although healing is helpful considering she just got whooped. What's the MR? Now, her being at 6 out of 7 means, are we limited on ammunition then? Now, she KO'd indefinitely here? I don't know. What's this info? Oh, so if I click this, it goes through all these. Okay. Physical ammo. So I wonder if physical ammo refers to needs to be replenished. Alright, I really prefer this one, I believe. Refuse plus 15 coins. Oh, so in other words, I'm spending the coins to do this? Interesting. Huh. Well, let's take this one.
You're great.
Oh, and we get some passive stuff too. This one's not at a coin cost, it doesn't look like. A choice between 3 skills chosen randomly between special actions and passives. Oh boy. Cost of a random special action by 1 until next use. Well, it's kind of the building always already got. 2 projectiles deals... Wait. So the other one's reducing the cost. Forced March. Gains a bonus move, so I kind of like that. Is this replacing anything, though, is the question. So can he add this to existing ones? I like that, though. I like the damage and the move. Adrenaline, 3 adrenaline, 8 adrenaline. Range of 4. Let's give him the move ability as well, if that doesn't mess us up. Let's do that. Okay, we get 1 per person. Ooh, decoys. Explosive jump. Well, she's already got movement unless it changes her other one. No cover if the target dies. I kind of want to mess with that. That sounds fun. Well, she gets the action if she succeeds. Let's, you know, let's figure out how the game mechanics work. We'll go with that. Oof, damage is nice. Each time the unit targets an ally with a special action. Bonus. So I probably need a healing action. So basically you'd have to move. Oh, that's interesting. So you could move another player. He's already got the movement though, so I'm not sure if I want that yet. +1. Let's go with the extra damage for her. That sounds more useful. So basically the next stop we make, we're gonna after is gonna trigger an enemy response. So we've cleaned those out. So let's check options here. There's no save option here. Yeah, this is bare bones for options. So I'm hoping this is one continual save, that if I exit this, it should come right back. Oh, what's all this? Couldn't even see that on the screen there. Is there any more of those floating around? No, it's just the legend. Okay. It's like, what's that little thing? It looks like it's got a square icon over there. So info's just that. I mean, it's not that the game is overly complex. It's just, you know, you would think there's some other things going on here to prevent the, well, actually, the screen size looked like it's more of an issue with my console then, because you guys are able to see everything. I've got, like... I can barely see the edge of the letters on Legend over there, so that's got to be a console to TV problem. And it's still marginally caught off a little bit. The only other game I had this problem with was MechWarrior. Alright, so I don't want to go too crazy here, especially in case there's any other drop issues. So let's at least get this put to bed. See if I can go back to the main menu here without losing progress. We'll at least experiment with that. It's not, I mean, I'm guessing that's an autosave.
Metal Slug Tactics.
So now continue is an option, good. Okay, so if we go continue, it should take us back to that menu, right? Okay. So I guess in this case, the game doesn't want you saving, reloading, and be like, ah, I didn't like those choices, let's go back. So modern era kind of stuff. And I can't hit the circle to back out. I've got to go to the main menu. Okay. So at least the autosave does work. Had to get past the tutorial, it looks like.
Tactics.
So maybe the screen with the selectable characters is only per starting the mission. Or like a campaign. I don't know if they'll let you switch in between or not. So I did say there was 9 playable characters. So there's 4 from Peregrine Falcons, 3 from Akari, so that's 7. So that would suggest there's 2 others. But the interesting thing is, I don't know if like the girl in the mech is just more for decoration and the other 2 are playable. You know, I'm guessing some of that will happen, you know, after completing a campaign or completing a level. we'll see after we get through a certain section here. So I guess initial impression, overall, I enjoy it. I like the aesthetic. I mean, I like the strategy. It's gonna, there's a lot of cool things, and I think the dynamics of those passive and special actions is going to give the variety to it. Personally, I don't get into the roguelike stuff if you can't start pushing it in a particular direction so you can try different combinations. See, the problem with Invisible Ink, you didn't really have a way to stockpile the things you wanted. You were kind of at the mercy of the random generator. So it's going to depend on how much you have the ability to get toward particular play styles. Say, hey, I want to kind of stack a bunch of range options or a bunch of random options. If it's completely random in all the modules that you get after successful completion, that may kind of be a little bit of a detriment. But overall, no major issues here other than, like I said, screen stuff, which I probably can work around. So it's got autosave built in. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to playing it some more. So like, unless something compels me to get an episode in between now and next Monday, that'll be the next official one. But keep your eyes peeled. If you subscribe and all that stuff, then you'll at least know if I go online before the officially scheduled time. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for checking it out. We got a new game in rotation, and that'll be it for now. So if you're around, we'll see you later tonight for some Tomb Raider. In the meantime, have a fantastic one. See you soon.